Hello, hello, hello. This is Adolph Vega from 3D or 2D.com and doing a quick introduction to this podcast before the podcast actually starts going. So, this prediction show was originally recorded on January 6th, 2019, and this podcast has been edited and changed. So, I took out the section where we talk about 2018 predictions and what we got right and wrong. And I did change the ending to have the newer credits, which includes the new patrons. So I just wanted to inform you this is a Redux rerun, and this is not exactly the same version. I will have a link to the original version if you want to listen to that in the description. But I just thought it's going to be 2020. You don't need to know the 2018 predictions. This could be a little fat on there that works for that time, but now I could cut that fat out and make it a much leaner podcast. Again, this was recorded on January 6th, 2019, and we will be doing a prediction show for 2020. So just stay tuned to this podcast feed. If you, whatever way you're listening to this, just stay tuned. So stay subscribed, and you'll hear the 2020 prediction show shortly. We haven't recorded it yet as of recording this intro. But we will be recording it in January sometime, just depending on schedules. So look forward to the 2020, but now on to the 2019 predictions show.
It came from
the third
dimension.
Predictions
for 2019.
Any questions?
Do you remember the future?
Hello, 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 and welcome to the 2019 prediction show. I have with me Mr. James.
Yes.
And Mr. Jake.
Hello.
Jake wasn't here for our last prediction show, but he'll be here for this one.
Mm-hmm.
As we usually do in the prediction show, let's do a quick round of what we're looking forward to in 2019, what we're dreading in 2019, and then go over our predictions for 2018, and then finally go to predictions for 2019. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Movies I'm looking forward to. I think all of us are going to agree here. We're all looking forward to Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So winter tickets going on sale.
James, do you have another movie you're looking forward to?
Actually, I'm really looking forward to the Godzilla movie. I think that I liked the 2014 one. Godzilla was at the end. A lot of people complain he wasn't in the film as much as he could have been. But I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it does well.
All right, Jake.
I'm looking forward to Godzilla as well. I've so far have liked all the movies they've built in this little cinematic universe. I wish the DCU was.
Honestly, just to interject a little bit. So far, next to the MCU, the MonsterVerse is looking to be like with King Kong and Godzilla, and that's looking to be. I'm not saying it will be, but that's looking to be the most successful universe next to Marvel. Like the DCEU and the Dark Universe don't even compare.
Controversy isn't too bad either. Well, some of the movies are atrocious. Others are mediocre, but they're making
some of them are atrocious.
They're making money, yeah.
Yeah, they're making money.
All right, what else are you looking forward to, Jake?
Definitely, I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel. That's going to be, even though they're renaming the cat, Flurkin, Goose, which is weird to me, because what is this with Disney having to have their characters name stuff after stuff that's not their property? That I don't understand. I mean, this is one thing they should have kept in-house, keeping the Flurkin's name is Chewie, but I'm just being an anal fanboy. It's probably still going to be good, but I just thought that was a weird change.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to How to Train Dragon 3, The Hidden World. I love those movies, so I am looking forward to a conclusion of that storyline.
Yeah. I think next to Kung Fu Panda, those are like the best DreamWorks movies. I mean, Shrek has 2 good movies, but yeah. Well.
All right, James, you got one more?
Okay. Now that I think about it, I think the Spider-Man movie might be interesting.
Far From
That's
Home.
coming out in July. Yeah. And also I'm going to say, and this might be a surprise, but I'm looking forward to episode 9. And the reason why is because, okay, granted, I think it's probably going to be bad, but I'm looking forward to it because I really want, because with this movie, we'll have a definitive look of the entire trilogy, of what the entire sequel trilogy looks like. Probably going to be a train wreck in comparison to everything, but I mean, it'll be nice to see. So I'm looking forward to episode 9 too.
All right, Jake, you got one more?
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the Lego movie. I was pleasantly surprised by the first one. The only reason I went is because I figured, hey, my brother likes Legos. He hardly goes to the movies, so I talked him into going, and we really enjoyed it. It was a really great movie. Now, the kind of side sequels like Batman and Ninjago, we got diminishing returns, but I'm thinking we might get a return to form with the Lego 2. The trailers looked intriguing enough that it just looked like it was worth giving it a shot. So I was really looking forward to that. And if 3D's like the first one, it's going to be really good.
Okay, so what are we dreading? I'm going to say...
Dumbo!
All right, Dumbo, that's for your first vote. Yeah, Dumbo doesn't look that good. I don't care about it at all. I'm not looking forward to, as much as I love the animated movie, I'm not looking forward to Aladdin. It just doesn't do anything for me yet. It hasn't, like...
Yeah.
James, what are you not looking forward to? What are you dreading?
Honestly, Detective Pikachu looks pretty bad. And then also very notable is the Sonic movie.
Yeah, the Sonic movie. We only have that one still of him being like super strong.
We have like 2 leaked promotional images, and both of them look like garbage.
I'm not looking forward to that Gemini movie with Will Smith. I don't know, something about it is just not connecting with me. Do you have another one, Jake, or no?
Battle Angel Alita I'm not looking forward to. But the eyes it just looks so terrible, and the trailers look like it has very little to do with the source material.
Disappointing.
Considering since the anime is so good.
Maybe it'll be like Ghost in the Shell.
Ugh.
I thought of one more movie that I'm not looking forward to. The speaking of terrible, probably anime movies, I'm not looking forward to the Cowboy Bebop movie that they're making, the live action one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway.
I'm not looking forward. Well, okay. I'm dreading. Dreading is a good word here. Toy Story 4, because I do love the trilogy, but 4 just seems so unnecessary, and it just feels like a money grab, a cash grab.
Well, speaking of that, I'm kind of worried that this one might be too dark, because as like from behind the scenes and from the trailer, the main theme of the film is actually like death. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know Tim Allen said that he read the script and he was crying at the end of it. And it's like, oh wow, it's one of those things where it's just like, I want to be hyped for it, but you perfected the movie with the trilogy. the series, I don't know where you take it from here. I don't see the need for it.
Also, to me, like 4 is kind of a bad number to leave it on. It's like, oh, why not 5? Why not 6?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not
and that trailer. I don't know if either of you saw the horror movie Hereditary, but they use the same song in both. And in the Toy Story trailer, it just sent chills down my spine. I was like, oh my god, they're going to get all possessed by King Payon. Oh god, no. They're going to kill each other.
Okay, so let's move on here. So, I'm going to start off with the prediction. Number 1, Shazam will be a bigger hit than Captain Marvel.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. I can see that too.
Especially because Captain Marvel is one of those films that already made some people mad. Like, there's a very specific type of people. Like, Marvel fans, for the most part, there's a cast of them that if you even slightly agitate, then all hell's gonna break loose. Same thing for Star Wars, right? So, but the Captain Marvel, or not Captain Marvel, but Shazam, the other Captain Marvel. See, the thing is that it's funny that they are coming out around the same time and they have the same name, and so I think Shazam's going to do better.
Jake, what do you think?
Yeah, there's a good chance. I think it's a good chance. You're right, because trailers for Shazam are much better than the trailers for Captain Marvel.
Okay, so are we going to do like all of our predictions at once, or is just one prediction per time? Like, can I do one?
Yeah, we're just going to pass it along. So, James, you're next.
Okay. All right. My prediction is, it's already semi-confirmed, so I don't know if it's complete, but I'm going to say that in 2018, starting with Shazam, there will be a very... there's going to be a reboot of the DCEU, but it's going to be a kind of softer one. So it's not going to be a complete reboot, just like a Bumblebee, basically.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. It would be smart business.
More solo movies coming, we don't need another Justice League. We could have another,
Yeah.
All right. Jake, what's your first prediction?
My first prediction is Marvel is going to get their first Academy Award, but it's going to be tainted because of the overt snub against Aquaman in the VX category, which was to paraphrase James Wan, it was an effing disgrace, and he didn't say effing.
Yeah.
So what will they win?
Be tainted. So whatever Oscar they win, it's going to be tainted by Aquaman, which had amazing effects, more so than half, because of the 10 finalists that'll be for the final 5. 6 of them are Disney films, so Disney's guaranteed at least one slot. But But I figure Marvel at least get 2 of those slots, and then maybe another one will be a Disney film for the final Oscars. But I figure Black Panther has a shot for that one, even though I think the FX were rushed and not up to standard, especially for an award show. But But Black Panther probably is going to be in play for screenplay and some acting awards too. But I think Marvel is going to win one, so they'll be on like with the DCU, who won one for Suicide Squad.
They didn't deserve that one either.
Suicide Squad best makeup.
Well, what can I say? An Oscar's an Oscar. And like I said, it's gonna be tainted by the Aquaman snub, which is I'm gonna be on record saying it was just egregious, and it just looks like they're just trying to help. It just looks like the Academy is trying to help Disney by snubbing Warner Brothers. I mean, that's just what it looks like. It's just awful. Or maybe there's some racism involved. I don't know. I mean, the Oscars have a long history of it. So,
Okay.
that's my first prediction.
All right, let's keep going here. I'm going to predict that Episode 9, Star Wars, will be the lowest grossing mainline Star Wars movie to date.
Actually, I'm gonna raise you one. I'm gonna say that Episode 9 only does slightly better because I'm gonna say it only does slightly better than Solo. And that's what I'm gonna say, because it's interesting you brought that up, because that was also one of mine. I'll say this. This is the reason why I think that is. After Solo, the fans are really mad, and general audiences are also not very interested. So I'm actually not really that confident that the next Star Wars film is going to do that well. I'll even say I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. I don't think it's going to break $1 billion.
Yeah, I think it'll still be a success, but it won't be as big as other successes. I would put it like this: it will be a success by normal movie standards, but not Star Wars level success. Okay, I agree with that. Yeah, and just like Solo was a flop, but I don't think it's going to be a flop. But I also don't think it's going to be a smash success. Which honestly, Disney isn't happy about that. And, let's just say that also. Okay, so adding on to that, I have another prediction about Star Wars. I'm going to say that all the movies that were all the spin-offs aren't coming out. They're canceled. Well, I thought that's been confirmed already, I think. No, that wasn't actually
completely. Just the Boba Fett.
No. That wasn't stated completely because Lucasfilm because fans were looking forward to the Obi-Wan film, right? And they've always wanted that. And so Disney needed to save face by saying, "Oh, don't worry, the spin-offs aren't canceled." I think that's a lie. I think all the spin-offs are canceled. And I'm going to predict that in 2019, it's basically going to be confirmed that that's the case. All right. Jake, what's your next one?
My prediction is that Disney is going to have 3 movies break $2 billion at the box office.
$3 billion?
$2 billion. They'll have 3 of them that break. There's only been the most in 1 year is 2. I think next year Disney's going to have 3.
This year
that break $2 billion. Coming up, 2019. Disney's going to have 3 movies that break $2 billion, and I think we all know one of them's going to be Endgame.
Yeah,
probably Lion King or Aladdin. I doubt Star Wars, but you never know. But Lion King and Aladdin are definitely contenders for that.
Well, what about Frozen 2?
Frozen 2, too. That's why I'm thinking this may be the year of the 3 movies that break $2 billion. Because it's been one of those things that critics have wondered how long, because they've been waiting for the 3 since the 2 happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 2 video game ones, and that's going to be basically it for the video game ones for me, because there's not much happening on the 3DS end. But we'll still have more movie ones. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time will come out for the 3DS this year, or be announced this year. James, have you played Partners in Time or no?
Yeah. Vaguely. Well, a long time ago.
Since they remade the 3rd one and the 1st one, why not go ahead and remake the 2nd one?
Yeah.
Nintendo is going to officially announce it, but not have a date until future. that the eShop will officially die off and the online services will die off too. So basically, he's going to give a date and time that the 3DS will officially be dead, because when the eShop is dead, it's dead. There's nothing else coming out for it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be announced way ahead of time, and then people will have enough time to download whatever they want. But yeah, I think the 3DS is going to officially get a, end date to die kind of thing, which is sad, but understandable. The Switch is taking over,
Yeah.
All right. James, what's your next prediction?
Okay. What's my next prediction? Okay, so for my next prediction, I'm going to guess that the Avatar movies will be delayed again. The Avatar sequels will be delayed again. I have to carry this over from last year. It's still true.
So when is it going to come out?
Never. Because the way I see it, James Cameron he's one of those perfectionist types, right? And so he wants it to be perfect. And I can admire that, but at the same time, they're Avatar movies. The first one wasn't that good. Like, it looked good, but,
So right now, the release date is December 18th, 2020. So it's going to go beyond 2020. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. I kind of think, okay.
They're going to push back to 20, and then,
I kind of think that Disney, now they're going to own Fox. They're going to say, get off the pot or stop it. Or get it done or get off the pot, because they don't want this dragging out forever. So I can't, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about that one. Jake, what do you think of Avatar 2 being delayed into 2021?
I think if it is delayed, that's the end of 3D. That by 2022 there will not be any theatrical 3D releases anymore.
All right, Jake, what's your next one?
I think let's think. I think Godzilla's going to do a lot better than expected, and I also think Wonder Woman is going to do pretty good, and Warner Brothers is going to have a stellar year. Not stellar as Disney's probably going to have, but I think Warner Brothers is going to have a good year, and the people are going to be talking about the DCU coming back and blah blah blah. It's going to be more positive. And I also think there's going to be a bit of a Marvel backlash because of the hype, because I don't think anything can live up to the hype, and we're going to get a backlash because the fans are going to be disappointed.
Okay,
because nothing can live up to this hype.
Wonder Woman 2 has been delayed to 2020, June 5th, so that's not happening this year. So
okay, so my bad, I didn't know this. So wow, so looks like DC is back to DCing.
Well, I think Aquaman will probably still own rest of January. So
yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I predict Aquaman's gonna break $1 billion this month.
Lame.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
All right. Back to me. Okay, Detective Pikachu is a big hit in the box office, but only so-so reviews, like 60s or 70s in Rotten Tomatoes.
60s and 70s? That's way too... that's way too lenient. I'd say that it isn't a success, and it isn't a critical success either.
Okay, so you say it's going to be a flop then?
Yeah. Because, I mean, besides Japan, and even then, this is a spin-off game, right?
Yeah.
A spin-off game. It looks weird, and the CGI looks hideous. That Mr. Mime looks terrifying.
Mm-hmm. And I want to know what about Pikachu screams Ryan Reynolds with a voice.
Okay.
Deadpool?
Yeah, I like what my mother said about when she saw the trailer when I took her out to the movies. She just looked at me and said, "It's weird. I expect Pikachu to start swearing."
Yeah. So, James, what's your next prediction?
Hold on. I'm going to say this year. This year, either this... Okay. I'll say... this is wishful thinking. The Fantastic Four or X-Men are going to be confirmed for the MCU. Somehow. Some way. They're going to come in. And this is wishful thinking. But after the Fox deal has all settled and the last X-Men movie comes out, I don't see why not. Everyone wants it.
Yeah, I think that's a very safe prediction, James. Very safe.
Okay, so I'll take that prediction, ramp it up a couple of notches, and lay myself out. I think San Diego Comic-Con or D23, Marvel is going to announce the Fantastic Four, and it's going to be Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I'm going to put myself out there. And
Yeah.
To be mocked, to be possibly mocked and humiliated next year.
We'll
Yes.
see.
How's that for a prediction?
Well, look, I predicted the 2DS XL, and James laughed at me, and I was right, so who knows?
I mean, that sounded stupid, but okay.
Okay.
Okay. I have another one. I got another one. It's another Marvel related. So, I think next year, or at this Comic-Con, they're not only going to announce Fantastic Four and of course that, but also the Netflix shows and all the shows that are on different channels that aren't on Disney, they're going to be called uncanon. I think that the Netflix shows, they're going to say that they're their own universe their entire time. I think that's one thing you can look forward to, because it's like they were made by a different company. They don't really connect to any of the movies.
So it's going to
Yeah.
be like how they disregarded the Star Wars book comics and...
Yeah.
Okay, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be the one that's hard to do that for, but the rest, it would be easy to do. If anything, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will connect more, because I think that's part of the deal, is that they're going to keep that going, and they're going to directly connect the dots between movies, and that's why they're like the summer, so that way they could be after the movies or whatever. And I think that's safe, and then just kill off the rest of them, or that's safe. All right, Jake, do you got a next one?
I'm sitting here on this list trying to figure out what's going to be. And I guess my next one is going to be that we're going to have even fewer 3D releases, because so many movies have been announced in 3D, like the 2 X-Men movies that are getting dumped this year, possibly. And neither of them are going to be 3D. So I think we're going to have, and this is, and a lot of theater chains, contracts with real 3D expire in 2020. So I'm going to say this is going to be the last year of mass 3D releases. Because already where I'm at, a lot of theaters only have one 3D screening a night, and it's usually the last show, even for kids' movies, which has really upset some parents, because they want to take their kid to go see Smallfoot, and it's 10:30 at night.
Damn.
That's awfully late for the Smalls, for a 6-year-old to be going to the movies.
No, I think, sadly, I think you're 100% right. It seems like basically if you don't watch the movie opening weekend in 3D, you're not going to be able to watch it. and which makes it incredibly hard for us trying to write these reviews because it's practically impossible to write the review immediately after we watch it, post it, and then by the time people get to read it,
check it on Thursday preview night. I can't see it.
All right, let's keep going. I'm going to say that Aladdin is a box office disappointment.
I think it's either going to make $2 million or it's going to make 200. It's either going to make $2 billion or 200 million. I don't think there's any in between. It's either going to be or it is going to be a total, or it's going to be a solo-sized failure.
Solo-sized failure. I mean, have you seen the poster for it? I don't know. I don't have much confidence in it.
The thing is, it's going to depend on people who were little kids in the 90s, how nostalgic they are for Will Smith over Robin Williams.
And
at mentioned Solo, it's because most people I know in my personal life, they didn't go see Solo. It's because they wanted it to be Harrison Ford, and it didn't matter to them that Harrison Ford is like practically old and is collecting Social Security and the spokesperson for ARP now. They wanted, to them, Harrison Ford is the one and only Han Solo. And Genie is Robin Williams, but the thing is, Robin Williams has passed away. They seem to think Hollywood can commit necromancy or something. So they just want it to be Robin Williams. They don't care. But there's a lot of people like Will Smith.
Yeah, I think some of it just might be, the negativity to Muslim people or Islamic people. And, I think that might be a hamper to the box office because people just don't want to see that, which is disappointing, but who knows? It may be that. It may just be that, the main leads, Aladdin, Jasmine, I've never seen them before. So they're acting with Will Smith, and, everyone really hated Will Smith's, I guess, makeup or whatever. So I just kind of think this is going to be a disappointment. I wouldn't call it a flop. I would call it a disappointment. All right, Jake, do you have another one?
Yeah, I am going to predict that Jumanji 2 does not make nearly as much money as the first one, because it's going to be because I'm going to say even though I think Star Wars Glory Days are behind it, I think it's still going to be enough of a juggernaut. It's going to crush Jumanji 2.
Okay. That seems safe. I think everyone was surprised by Jumanji's quality. And,
I was too. I was really surprised. But I just don't think they're going to catch lightning in a bottle twice.
James, what do you think of that?
I think it's possible that Jumanji 2... I don't think it's going to flop. And I think it's going to make its money back. I'm not sure that it'll be a smash hit like it was last time. But it will depend,
And I also wouldn't be surprised if it's not moved until 2020.
Okay, James, you got another prediction, or you run out?
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few more. If you got a few more, Jake, or no?
I could probably come up with something off the fly crazy so I can embarrass myself for next year.
Okay, I'll just keep going and you guys can comment. Toy Story 4 will be this year's Incredibles 2 and just stay in the top 5 of the box office for a long time.
Yeah? James? I could see that.
Yeah, that seems a pretty simple, easy prediction. Safe.
Here's one. I think Frozen 2 is going to be such a juggernaut that it's going to cannibalize Star Wars as well as hurt Jumanji.
Okay. James, what are your thoughts on those two?
What overtaking Star Wars?
I'm going to say that Frozen is going to be such a juggernaut that it's going to cannibalize the box office of Star Wars that's coming out later, and it's also going to cannibalize Jumanji 2.
Yeah,
Or
I can actually see it. And then, a lot of people are going to go to see Frozen 2 because the first one was so big. So, yeah.
And I also think the Terminator movie is going to decide if James Cameron is box office or not. Because I think if it is a hit, then Avatars go forward. And if it's not a hit, then Avatars go the way of, we'll see them when we see Gambit.
All right.
Yeah.
So that leads to one of my next ones. Terminator, the new one, delayed to 2020.
Yeah. Terminator's delayed.
Yep. That's a safe bet. I think we haven't seen anything about it, so besides one or two stills. All right, I got another one. New Mutants will be a Hulu exclusive and come out in October.
The New Mutants?
Yeah, so it's not come out in theaters. It's going to be a Hulu exclusive.
Oh.
I could see that.
Okay, I think Dark Phoenix.
But I think it's going to be a Disney Plus exclusive.
I think Dark Phoenix will end the X-Men Fox movie franchise in a whimper. Not a huge hit, not a flop. People are just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And I predict, because of these movies, that we're not going to hear any X-Men announcements from Marvel this year at San Diego or D23. That we're not going to hear anything. Yeah, Dumbo is going to be a big flop. Which I feel bad for, because Tim Burton deserves some hits, but I deserve some good movies. I didn't deserve to be traumatized by that Dumbo trailer 20 times in a row during the Marvel IMAX 10-year anniversary festival.
Yeah, I think that because I think Dumbo is a story that belongs in the past, and I think it just doesn't work nowadays. And I think Tim Burton's dark style is just going to make it really just not appealing. So I don't see that working,
Yeah.
All right, Gemini Man from Will Smith will be another disappointing movie, and people will start questioning, is Will Smith's career over after both Aladdin and Gemini Man are considered disappointments?
Oh.
Jane?
So yeah, I could see that. Then we could see Will Smith. But I think Will Smith may get career may be revitalized by James Gunn in Suicide Squad in 2021 or 2022, whenever that gets filmed. Here's another prediction. I'll go wild. Here's one. We're going to hear this year that there's been a new Batman cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
As well as a new Superman.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
And
I can see that.
Here, and they'll announce it at San Diego.
Well, I guess we'll get pictures too, and names and everything, just like we did for Wonder Woman. The first time we got the picture and stuff. So I think that might be a pretty safe bet. And they're not even going to acknowledge that in the movies. They're just going to be like, yeah, whatever. Like Aquaman may say, "You look different." Okay, well, I had a haircut or something. That's how they could write it off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think. If you got no more predictions, I have the last one. Jay, do you have any more or no?
No, I think I'm going to call it quits.
Okay, the final prediction for 2019. The Sonic movie will be the biggest bomb of the year. People will absolutely hate it. It will make no money. It's going to be hated by critics. This is going to be the biggest turd of the year by far.
From those pictures we saw, yeah.
James, what do you think of that?
I actually, yeah, I think it's gonna. I think the Sonic movie is going to flop hard. And I personally can't wait to see it because it's going to be a disaster. I can't wait, honestly.
Yeah, it might be one of those like 1 out of 10 movies that are just so much fun to destroy.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, give up, Oh, I do think the Mario trailer for the Mario movie will come out, and that will be pretty good. Okay, that's kind of fun. But Sonic will be a big flop. The games haven't been that good anyway either, so they, that franchise stays alive for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm.
All right. Well, I guess that's going to be it for the prediction show. We're going to be, the prediction show is once a year, and we'll be here for another year at least. I do think Jake is right that it's going to be harder and harder to do reviews, and we'll try to keep on trucking as much as we can to give you reviews as soon as we can, as many as we can. But, there's going to be some we miss, and some of them we can't do right away. But we'll keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Okay, before this podcast wraps up, I want to thank my patrons. Thank you, David and Mr. Bengal5, for your financial support on patreon.com. So that's going to be it for this podcast. You can find us 3dor2d.com on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and so much more. Just look for 3D or 2D. You can also send us your listener mail. Our email address is email3dor2d@gmail.com. Links are in the description. Thank you for listening and or watching. Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.